Evening all, and welcome to episode 54 of Kerbalism. Now, last time out we successfully put the refinery in orbit of the moon, and it was producing fuel, albeit a little bit oddly, but it was doing it. So I thought it would be best to test the miner as well. We're sending the miner down to the surface of the moon to get us some more water, ready to turn it into wonderful, wonderful fuel. And that, if I do say so myself, was a very good landing. I don't think I've ever had such a good landing actually. That was yeah, very impressed with that. Look at that. That Kerbal in the background there. Excellent. I do hope this isn't going to fall over. I might try and magic power of reaction wheels. There we are. And there. Right. So we need to fill up this. It's got a lot. It's got 4,100 litres of fuel, I suppose. Yeah, we can obviously deploy the drills. I haven't actually checked whether this area is any good for drilling into. Oh, excuse me. And I guess we'll find out, shall we? Let's auto rejection started. Abundance below. Oh, of course. I should have really checked where I was landing first, shouldn't I? So let's have a look see here, shall we? Overlay control, water. Look at that. Not a damn thing. Not a sausage. I'm gonna have to go up there. And it's just kind of dawned on me that this whole thing might be a bust. I think these require 2.5% before they can be used. Which is a little annoying, but anyway, let's lift off and let's head north. See if we can find some of this over here. I've got bit of fuel left. Obviously don't want to use up too much of it, so yeah, I think we'll head north and see what we can find. Oh, we are now over the lovely bright pink area where all the water's hiding, and I'm coming in nice and gently. Not sure if you can see that down there. You can there. I've mentioned this before, I think. I'm not sure what does it, but it tells you how long you've got to smash into the ground and how long it will take your engine to fire at full speed to not smash into the ground. Very useful. Very difficult to see when it's bright down there though, so yes, but yeah, very useful. So you fire it before you're crashing into the ground, and it will stop you from doing that. At least that's the idea. Seems to do a pretty good job of it so far. I'm getting towards the edge of my delta V limit here. I need I think 600, I want to say. I think that might be wrong, I'm not sure, but let me have a quick look at the map. Low orbit, surface to low orbit is 640. is needed to get back up there. Obviously monopropellant will be enough to keep me going, so monopropellant will be enough to get me to this station. Yeah, I've only got a little bit of that really, but enough to dock me. It's enough. As long as I get up back into orbit, I should be okay. I can do something to rescue them somehow, but yes, obviously I want to make sure that's how it is. So we are now here and we have 2% water below us. If I deploy this drill here into the ground, press that, it runs. It does run. Oh, you. I was starting to worry. I'm sure I read in the description to it that it requires 2.5% to work, but it was in the same section where it says you get 500% bonus to asteroid mining. So it's possible that is all to do with on asteroids. So yeah. Right. So we are 45 minutes into our mission. We have an infinite amount of water now, apparently. 9 days worth of food, and everything else we don't have to worry about too much. So yes, 9 days worth of food. Let me pin that up here. And yeah, I think the only issue we're going to have is the sun setting on us. But I don't see that being a problem. We're going to go around here, and we should be facing the sun until we get to... Where are we? We are there. So we'll be facing the sun until we get to about here somewhere, I think. And that's probably a good sort of 10 days off, something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, the sun's obviously directly above us at the moment. Something flying overhead. What's that? Is that our station? Nope, that is a moon-based core probe. Don't know what that is. Moon-based core something, I don't know. But anyway, we are slowly gathering water, so I shall fill this up, and I'll be back when it's done, or more than likely when something pops up and something tells me something's wrong, because that's going to take days to fill up. And like I said, it's not worry that our drills aren't doing anything. It's the fact that we've run out of electricity. So let's turn all these off, and turn our SAS off. And we're still using a lot of electric. I'm not sure why. Turn the scrubber off and the pressure control off. We can turn the scrubber off for a minute, and hopefully we'll come out of this eclipse. Obviously, Kerbal has gone over the sun, so we're now waiting for that to go away. That could be quite a number of days. Although it was only a day for it to get in there. I'm just not sure how long Kerbals can survive. Well, without electricity, they'll freeze to death, so that's not a good thing. But let's accelerate time again, and hopefully the sun can come out before they freeze to death. Yes! Oh, I was worried for a minute there. Okay, so the sun has come out. I'm going to spin the craft around, which is really not good for them drills. Really not good for them drills. But let's get our batteries charged. And yes, we've obviously, that was a little worrying. We spent about a day and a bit down here. I was a bit worried about them actually freezing to death there, but No, we seem to be okay. So let's resume operations, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable one of the batteries. That way, when I get the next warning that the electricity is dead, because the sun's going to set very soon. Yeah, the next time the electricity dies, I've got 400 battery power to get back to the station, because the engine doesn't actually give us any power. It's got no alternator in there, so yeah, we're going to be kind of at the mercy of getting back to the station before everyone dies. But of course, we should also re-enable the actual scrubber before they, well, suffocate to death. That's not really a good thing. There, hopefully the scrubber can clear the carbon dioxide out. I don't really know. Very interesting that I can transfer water in. I don't know where I'm... Oh, of course, I've got this open, so I'm transferring in from there. Right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. The scrubber is running again. And let's let the sun go down. Jebediah Kerman seems unable to breathe. The scrubber is running. Let's go for a walk, shall we? Come on, out you come, Jeb. Ooh, whoa. Okay, you're right, Jeb. There we are. Okay, go back in here, and Bill, you can come out too. Oh, Bill took the quick way down. Okay, and we should now be able to apparently not do a thing, because this doesn't have any antenna on it. It doesn't have a probe on it either. So okay, yeah. Command state not enough crew. Okay then. So I'm not quite sure why they're saying that they are getting lightheaded. That's a little concerning. But yes, back in you go. That's enabled. You're getting oxygen. The scrubber is enabled. Let's see what happens this time, shall we? Ah, there we are. They are breathing again. Excellent. So, third time's a charm. Let's watch the sunset. And there we are. We've managed to last just under 2 days on the surface here. And we are unfortunately done. Retract, retract, retract. We've got 415 when I re-enable that. Well, go. So, now, let's return to the refinery. Which is a little off where we need to go. So, yeah, we've got that big X there. Probably, even though I can't figure out how to delete them, I should move them. Somebody did mention that in the comments. Move it. I think Chris Nod, I think, mentioned that in the comments. So thank you for that suggestion. The best suggestion you actually gave me was changing the marker to the KSC on Kerbal, which should really do, to be honest with you. But not right now. Right now we shall get back into orbit, and well, we need to wait for the station to come around. And rendezvous back with our refinery once again. Are we high enough for the solar panels to grab the sun, even though it's down there? Not quite sure how Kerbal physics work, but they clearly don't follow real world physics, which is probably a good thing, because but if it did, many Kerbals would die, many more Kerbals would die, and we don't want that. That's bad. I've just realised I'm heading north, and I don't want to be. I want to be heading in a more southerly direction. That way I can get my orbit down here and meet the station around here somewhere. At least that's the plan. And here we are, back at the station with 9 meters a second left. My ascent from the moon was awful. I should have fired a long more than south, like I did. I should have fired... Sorry, that was worded absolutely terribly. I should have fired east more than south, because I ended up crossing the orbit of the station much more than I should have done. If I'd have just fired directly east, I'd have come out here somewhere and would have had to gone down a little bit. Whereas the way I did it, I ended up down here somewhere and had to correct my orbit a lot there. It was a mess. It was an utter mess. But I'm here now. That's the important part. And I've got monopropellant, which is good. I need to put away my solar panels because they obviously do not want to get smashed. That would be bad. So we want to head towards the station and redock to give it our 32 units of water. I think having 4,000 container was a little bit ambitious. About the only way I'm ever going to even remotely feel that is if I come and land sort of here, I think, and then I will get an entire 15 days worth of sunlight to keep the craft powered. But then of course I haven't got 15 days worth of food, so yeah, this can do about 7 days worth of trip. I've got a food container there. About 7 days. It can do 8 days, I think, maybe 9. But anyway, it's only got a short lifespan. I didn't put a probe in it. I should have done that so it could go down and be automated. But anyway, it's a proof of concept. It works, and most importantly, this will be the first resources I think I've ever legitimately mined in Kerbal Space Program. I've obviously done the whole thing of build a stupidly massive drilling platform and go and grab an asteroid somewhere in not creative mode, what's it called? Science mode or replay, whatever they called it, and done the whole thing of just mine stuff on Kerbal. But no, I think this is the first time I've ever actually mined water from the moon for a purpose. So yeah, this is another little milestone for me. Quite amazing, all the stuff I've never done considering how long I've owned this game for. But that's I suppose just the way of it when you've been essentially not playing it properly, just been playing it for fun. It's a game, all games should be played for fun. But I think more when you've been playing it without reason, that changes a lot of things. And Kerbalism gave me a reason to play it. I much prefer the challenge over anything else, to be honest with you. I think that's what I really do like about Kerbalism. It's this is extremely challenging with the whole life support and so many other bits and pieces. It's yeah, it's wow, that was very close. It's much better. It's like playing other games when you just put the computer onto the easiest difficulty, and it's just sort of, yeah, you win, but it feels empty. I think that's what I was getting with KSP. It wasn't. I didn't feel as if there was any goal to it. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe that's just the way I choose to play the game. But everyone is obviously entitled to play the game exactly how they feel. It's not mandatory to play with life support or with any other of these mods that make life challenging. But if you just want to, build a crazy spaceship and go to the outskirts of the solar system, you can. That's the beauty of Kerbal Space Program. You can do whatever you want with it. It's fantastic for that. You can choose to send your little green men anywhere you like. You can install 1,000 mods and probably watch your computer catch fire. But yes, you can do all them things if you want to. It's entirely your choice. So let's send that out. There we are. That was a little bit pathetic there, to be honest with you. But we have managed to get a tiny amount of liquid fuel. I'm not sure why the oxidizers stopped working. Something's obviously stopped here somewhere. Let's have a look. See, we still have carbon dioxide. We still have oxygen going and nitrogen. So why have you stopped? You are the one that does the oh. How very strange. Our oxidizer has stopped working. I wonder why that is. Let's have a look see here. The annoying one that starts with an A that I cannot pronounce requires hydrogen and oxygen, and apparently we don't have something. We've got plenty of oxygen. Look, there it is. There's oxygen, and there, and we definitely have hydrogen coming in because that's working, and that requires hydrogen as well. So why are you not working? Start that one up. Okay, so I'm going to turn all these off for the time being, and I think I will send out a ship with some hydrogen storage on it. I could, in theory, just edit this here and set it so that actually contains hydrogen, not liquid hydrogen, or more importantly, I could change it so they actually take. But that would lead to terribleness. I would end up modifying lots of things that I shouldn't really be doing. So I think I will just leave it as it is. I'm also going to send up a pod that has shielding on it because I forgot to do that, which means that yeah, if any of these get a solar radiation going on, we're doomed. We're all dead. So yeah. What did I turn off there? Water. That one back on. Let's try that now. And oh, nope. I think all the water's turned on now. Yes, all the water is turned on. I'm not sure why that system stopped. It just has. I'm guessing just hydrogen is broken somewhere. So yeah, we'll send up a ship with some more crew for one. Probably send up that tanker so that when this fills up, that's going to be years, absolute years to fill that up. You need many of these to do things. As was pointed out in the comments, again by Chris Nod, saying you need to go big because it's a slow process, and you're right. It's an extremely slow process, even slower when it's not working. But yeah, I think sending a crew up to come on here, because obviously Bob was the only one who was on board. I'm not sure if engineers affect how it works. Maybe not. Don't know. But yeah, we'll send a crew up so they can be permanently stationed on here, and we will send some hydrogen up because, well, some hydrogen storage at least anyway, and try and get this going so it can actually be producing stuff here. And once it does, I'll then look at upscaling it. I like these little things here. I like just the three of them on the end. I could imagine loads of those stacked up in places. So, or that system, but on a larger scale, because that's possible. That's quite possible. So you could use the larger ISIUs. But anyway, that's for a future episode. So yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We've actually achieved the whole drill mining thing, which I'm very chuffed about. So yeah, and yes, I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.